We are opening up so many worms here.
Oh, we are getting a ton of questions. There we go.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I could probably do it and not hurt anybody, but I could also drive home in the middle of the night without my headlights on. Why would you do that? You know, why? I had this grandmother, she's still alive, and I used to love to watch her. She has this jet black hair, and she would comb it all straight up, and then she would start back combing it down within itself, and it became like this sculpture. I was so amazed by it.
Yes. So inspired.
Yeah.
I think it's a topic that needs to get brought up because we have a lot of opinions on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And even Allie and I don't agree completely. So
I know.
We'll get into these tangents. I'll be like, you better condition those knots. And he's like, you better not. I'm team condition knots.
You are.
I do believe in conditioning knots, but in a different way.
Yeah, and the way that Jason washes his wigs is completely different.
Yes.
He bases his pieces, whereas I'm over here just giving them hell.
Yeah.
I do baby pieces. I advise people not to put conditioner directly onto their knots when they wash their wig because it tends to, over time, this is not if you accidentally do it once, it's going to be a problem. This is one of those over time kind of a problems. Then that conditioner can lend itself to knots loosening up and coming untied, which creates shedding. But if you don't condition hair, it's gonna dry rot, you know. So how do you address that? And your knots, if they're bleached, they really need conditioning. So I always tell people, after every wash, you add a few drops of oil to your wig. And the great thing about an oil is it will spread out, it will wick through that hair all by itself. And that will make its way to the knots. And oil is the ultimate conditioner.
The reason why I say condition your knots, I studied more of the hair, you know, the structure of hair and why it does what it does. And then how to construct a wig by, you know, tying the wig. You have the point and the return, right? So the cuticles, they're opening up like pine cones or like shingles on a roof, like you would say. And they're rubbing against each other because they're dry. Yeah. Those cuticles need to be smoothed out. I don't care how much conditioner you put it on. And then I say only for stacked hair wigs. I cannot speak to any other wig maker out there. I don't know where their wigs are constructed or how they're constructed. And in the beginning, when I hand tied them myself, when I was just a baby artist, you know, if I put conditioner on those, they're going to slip right out. But there's something about those factory knots. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there.
Yeah.
I would love to figure it out, but they are sealing those babies so tight. And, and so I haven't experienced any issues. Knock on wood. I mean, the only issues I have seen, you know, those blondes or those lighter color wigs that are not being washed properly or often enough, especially up here. Where it's being touched, so much tangling happening here because those cuticles are so swollen.
Didn't condition that, it would make it worse.
So it's kind of one of these things, you know. Just condition those damn knots. I would rather you do that than throw your wig. Don't ever throw your wig. But then as soon as those people are placing their wig into water, it seizes at that root and causes root tangle. And I can't explain the feeling of when that happens. It is almost like vomiting.
You want to cry.
You know, I just want to and cry and scream at the same time because there is nothing that's going to get that tangle out.
I don't know if you guys remember the wig that went in the washer. Machine? Oh my God. And I remember calling the person that made that wig and I said, I've ruined this wig. I put it in the washer. It was washed in the washer. It was then dried in the dryer and it came out like that because I didn't even see it when I put the stuff from the wash to the dryer. But it's this wig.
I was just
that I have to say. It
looks like that.
Hours and hours and hours. And I have no idea how it made out. Honestly, because it's a virgin wig.
So we should talk about that too.
We definitely need to talk about that. Or do we
Oh
just
no, but it sounds
throw it
like
in?
We'll throw it in.
Do we just
sounds like another good one.
slip it
Yes.
right in here? Because this is
Yes.
essentially what is happening. And I would have never known this if I didn't know Jason. So praise Jesus
Yes.
that Holly brought him into our lives, right? So literally
Drug me.
brought him
You're the
into
wig
our lives.
Drug me out of the basement.
You took him out of the basement. I love it.